Hello everyone, and welcome to another installment of our weekly CEI Council Communications presentation. This is Jennifer Pfister, the Marketing Communications Director. Hello to all of our Virginia Skyline Girl Scouts. And today for this presentation, the agenda is an overview of CEI, our Customer Engagement Initiative. We're going to explore the Volunteer Toolkit from a parent's view. We're going to dive deep in there and see what parents would see when they enter into the Volunteer Toolkit. We're going to talk about what's happening now with our CEI project, as well as how you can help and a way to reach out with any questions that you might have. So let's get started. First, what is CEI? It's the short for a Customer Engagement Initiative, and imagine a world where girls and volunteers join Girl Scouts with ease, and the process of becoming a troop leader is completed in a few days instead of weeks. Volunteers and families can find answers and receive support easily in ways that best fit their schedule and their busy lives. More girls and volunteers return year after year to an organization they love. If you can imagine that, we can too, and we're ready to make it a reality. That is what CEI is all about. Improving the volunteer experience, improving things for the parents, and improving everything for the girls. There's four major components to CEI. We have a new online registration coming for membership. It shortens the length of time that not only we onboard our troop leaders, but also onboarding our girls. There's an opportunity catalog, and the opportunity catalog allows us to open up troops for girls and volunteers to be placed within. And then there's the Volunteer Toolkit. It simplifies troop planning and communication, and we're going to dive deeper into it this evening from the parents' viewpoint. And then, of course, improving the Council's customer care. A huge part. It's not only a systematic improvements overall, it's also the way that we will work with our volunteers, our parents, and our girls. So the Volunteer Toolkit itself, it truly is a beautiful creature. You're able to save a lot of time and keep yourself organized. It's got a beautiful calendar within it. It has ways that you can look at different resources. It's shared between the co-leaders. As we're going to see tonight, there's a parent's viewpoint, an eye, that they can look in and see what's going on with the troop. It's a great way that the troop leaders can also communicate with the parents. You can track attendance, you can track badges and patches in your journey progress. It allows us to share important dates along the way as well. It's a very simplistic way of doing troop management. It's absolutely marvelous. It would be a great tool for facilitation of communication between parents and the co-leaders. And what's nice about it is this new system, as well as the others, are accessible not only via your computer, but mobile devices, your smartphone, your tablet. So multiple different ways to have all that information just in one place. So who can access this Volunteer Toolkit? Three different target audiences: your co-leaders of all age levels, parents, there is what's considered the read-only version, and of course council staff members. The key features for the parents that we'll be looking at tonight: you'll be able to see troop calendar plans, different troop meetings that are coming up, their daughter's achievements, as well as other contact information. The Volunteer Toolkit is nicely connected to the membership profile. So if there needs to be updates to maybe a phone number or an address, email, you can do it from the Volunteer Toolkit side, or you can actually do it from the membership profile side. So either way. There's also different aids and resources in it, like songs or the promise and the law, different material that can assist the co-leaders and doing the troop meetings, and it's nice in case they wanted to share this with the parents. It's right there in case they need to download something ahead of time, ahead of scheduled meeting. So in order to actually get the Volunteer Toolkit, or as you can see here, there's also the membership profile here. On our website, upcoming, will launch in June, mid-June. We'll add this onto our own website, a MyGS area, and you'll be able to either enter through the member profile or the Volunteer Toolkit. You'll be able to use the same user login and password for either side of the new system, membership profile or Volunteer Toolkit. We're going to go ahead and launch a demo this evening so we can take a look at parents' view of the Volunteer Toolkit. So let's pop out of here real quick, go online. I've actually already started the demo site up, and we, in this viewpoint for the Volunteer Toolkit, this demo, we are a parent of a brownie. So our brownie's name is Victoria May, and as you can see, there's multiple different tabs here. The most important will probably be for the parent is My Troop, Meeting Plan Information, and Resources. So in the My Troop tab, as you can see, from a co-leader's perspective, as we view the Volunteer Toolkit in the past, you'll see all of your troop members. From the parent's viewpoint, you're only able to see your own child, which makes sense. The protection of privacy of all the troop members. So as I click down on the green arrow, I'm able to see the date of birth, the age of my child, as well as our address and our phone number. And as the co-leader goes along, she'll be able to put in the achievements, as well as there is a roster, attendance roster, that they'll be able to check off. And here we'll be able to see which meetings that my daughter has attended. You'll also be able to update contact information from here. You'll be able to renew your registration from here as well. And like I said previously, you'll be able to do this from either the Volunteer Toolkit side of it or the membership profile. It's up to you. Next tab over is the year plan. And this is what the co-leaders have put together. They've gone in ahead of time and they have set up the meetings for the year. As we scroll down, you'll see on the side here, on the right-hand side, the different badges, brownie badges that the girls will earn. We have the information. We'll click into a meeting in a bit. Like they're working on a journey as well. Like there's 15 meetings for the year, the entire year planned out. Let's go ahead and pretend we're at the beginning of the year, even when they're renewing their Girl Scout membership, an important date here. So if we click here, we can actually open up, I think I opened up the entire calendar for the year. That's fine. There's information behind here as well about the location of the meeting. Whoops, maybe we actually got into the co-leader section of it. I don't think we had anything in there. Here we go, intro. Usually the color green highlighted on the Girl Scout website, that is an active link, a hyperlink that brings you into a new area. Always look for that. It'll be the same here. These are active hyperlinks, this green. We've gotten into our first meeting. It's an introductory meeting, and it would normally have a real time on it, not 12 a.m. And the different meeting aids, a lot of meeting aids. They probably just filled this with, actually it looks like it replicated a little bit too much. And there's information in here for the agenda. Sorry, it's a little light. It would be darker normally. It's an hour-and-a-half meeting, and what was going on with it, the different games. It looks like there's an action name intro game, so the girls learn each other's names at the first meeting, the Girl Scout traditions, a Girl Scout law keepsake. It looks like they might be doing a craft or a swap, and story and snack time. In the closing ceremony, they're doing a traditional friendship circle. I'm sure that's an accident that there's a replication of the meeting aids within it. Meeting overview. Here we go. So meeting overview gives them a little bit more detail of what's going on. And actually, this is preparation for the co-leaders, especially if you're a helper within the troop itself and you're in charge of bringing snacks. There's information about that in here. The troop leader is able to actually send out emails from the system to the parent reminding them of the meeting, as well as attaching any materials that they need or any of the meeting aids that are needed, as well as a meeting overview. You click through on this arrow here, you're able to actually slide through between the troop meetings one by one. Overall, go back and forth. Plan. Go back to the year plan. A little bit easier maybe to pop into. It looks like they are working on their journey for Wonders of Water. Wow. As well as the Save Water Award. That's part of the WOW's Wonders of Water journey as well. Looks like they're going to also work on their hiker badge for brownies, philanthropist badge, which is part of the financial literacy, and the Give Back badge. See throughout the years the different badges. Neat sharing this with your daughter. Get excited about the fun that's going on in the upcoming year, especially if you have to miss a meeting. I love the idea that, okay, we might have to miss a meeting on April the 29th. Maybe we're going out of town to visit family. You know, what's happening within this meeting? It does look like there's a take-home letter in here and a worksheet. So let's see, water drops worksheets in here. And I guess we could media agenda as well. Green tea for a blue pen. Love and protecting water. Kind of gives an idea of what went on during the meeting so that you can actually get your daughter caught up with this. She's not missing out on the pieces in order to earn her own journey or badge. Love that. There's one of the last tabs on here is a resources tab. And as we saw before, there were the promise and the law were in there, just different pieces of the badge or journey components. An area that I guess if there was something that they needed from the meeting aids, meeting overviews, that they could actually pull out of here. There's information about safety, activity checkpoints, troop leadership here, and if they're volunteering, there's also information in here. Especially if they're volunteering to help out with a badge or the journey. There's lots of different types of resources that are pretty nice and handy to help out with the troop overall. If that, I know the finance tab is not activated yet. It will be activated, I believe, around June, July this summer. And it'll probably be, from a parent's viewpoint, I don't think they'll have access to this at all, unless possibly they are involved with finances. But then they actually have a different access point as from a co-leader's perspective. I'll have to look into that to see. As you can see, there's different, for the Volunteer Toolkit, it's actually set up for all the different age levels within Girl Scouting Daisy, all the way to ambassadors. Currently, the Daisy, Brownie, and Junior area of the Volunteer Toolkit have their badges as well as their journeys. Currently, the Cadet Senior Ambassadors, they do not have that at the moment, but they're looking at supplementing that later on within a few years. Maybe another year or two from what I've heard. That is the Volunteer Toolkit from the parent side. Very simple, very easy to go through, as well as a great sharing point of what's going on in your daughter's troop. So getting back. So what's happening right now? We are actually, Girl Scouts of Virginia Skyline Council, we're in the midst of cleaning up our data, our troop data. our family data, our girl data, so that we have the best information that we can transfer over into the new system, the best contact information, the best troop information. We are doing our best to make sure that the records are nice and clean and ready to transfer over. We're also looking at different communication processes and business processes that we have within the council and different changes we need to make with regards to the new system, as well as bettering our customer care to you all, to our volunteers, our wonderful volunteers. We want to make sure that this is an easy and simplified process, and that when we move forward with it, that it's great for all parties involved. So once our data is transferred over in May, we are doing a test run to make sure that the data works and that everything looks well. We'll also be going through a tremendous amount of staff and some volunteer training as well. And we'll continue communicating this on a weekly basis. So our launch date is June the 9th. So by mid-June, you should be getting emails from us letting you know that this new system's up and running, and for your first login, you'll be receiving an email with regards to that. So how can you help? I know we've asked probably each week for the past few months, just please, if you haven't yet, if you haven't had anyone reach out to you to get good troop data, please reach out to us. Your field member, someone in membership management or volunteer services, they are the ones that are working on this project. So please reach out to them or reach out to the council headquarters so that we can actually have some great information on your troop to make sure we know when they're meeting, their location, how many girls in the troop, how many girls you'd like to have added to your troop, or volunteers. It goes both ways with the opportunity catalog. Not only is it for seeking girls who are seeking a troop, it's also for volunteers who are seeking to help out as well. And please help us spread the word to your parents, to your other fellow volunteers out there, to your service unit team members about what CEI, the Customer Engagement Initiative, is all about. And as always, ask questions. The best transition that we'll have is when we're all kind of understanding more and more about the system as we go forth into it. And on that note, so if you do have questions, we have a web page that we've dedicated to the Customer Engagement Initiative, CEI. We'll pop over there in just a second so we can look over it. As well as if you have any questions, you can contact Megan Duvall. She's our CEI project manager, and her email's down there. As well as myself, Jennifer Pfister. You can give me a contact as well at communications@gsvsc.org if you have any questions, ideas, solutions. Love to hear from you. Let's pop over real quick before we end this presentation to the CEI webpage. Very simple to get to it. You need to type in www.gsvsc.org/CEI. Lowercase, uppercase, it's up to you. And you come over to this area. There's actually a great introductory video on the first two councils, I believe back in 2011, that actually were the pilot councils who tested this out and the reactions from their parents and their volunteers. Information as you scroll down the screen, an FAQ on the opportunity catalog. If you need to update your troop information, you can do it right here through a handy dandy little form that's online. Talks a little bit more about the Volunteer Toolkit and improving the experience for both girls and volunteers. One of the big parts of CEI as well was the new improved website, which we actually launched last year. So we are almost into year one of our new website. And it's accessible anywhere, computer, tablet, smartphone. It's really great to have things that are featured and user-friendly, up-to-date in multiple places. Here's another FAQ. It's on CEI in general. And of course here is Megan Duvall's email address down here. And each week on Thursdays from 7 to 8, we have a CEI Council Communications Weekly meeting. So please feel free to join us. You can join us on your computer, or you can join just to listen in on your phone. And if you missed one and you want to have more information, here are the latest meeting presentations that we've done. These will pop over to our YouTube channel. and a really nice presentation on the Volunteer Toolkit. There are 5 short videos that Girl Scouts of the USA has put together. They're excellent pieces. So I hope that helps you out, as well as get you on board to learning about and enjoying our future with CEI. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time, your energy, your passion for Girl Scouting, and we can't wait to serve you even better within this new system. Thanks, and have a great evening.